And now it's time to talk with head men's and women's tennis coach Jeff Bramlett as we welcome him to the Twilight Zone. Coach Bramlett, you're coming off. You have the men's tennis team competing in the conference tournament this weekend. But before we get to them, let's kind of talk about the women's tennis team. You won your first matchup against Howard Payne, and I was there. 2 of the 3 doubles matches were pretty much convincingly, but the third doubles match, I'll tell you what, that seemed to be a pretty epic match at best. I mean, you just had, your number 3 doubles pair just wouldn't give up and all that. It seemed like, they were a little off sync, but then they were able to get themselves back to a position to where they were able to come away with the win.
Yeah, it was an epic battle, kind of like the movie Ben-Hur. Have you ever seen that? But, it's called Winning Ugly. There's a book out by Brad Gilbert called Winning Ugly. And, they were a little off sync, but they always say that's the mark of a true champion, if you can win when you're not necessarily playing your best tennis. And they just kept hanging in there and kept trying to get the ball back. And Malika kept throwing the lob up. Ashley kept getting up on top of the net and volleying the ball away, knocking overheads away. But, we were fairly decisive at 1 and 2 doubles and a 3. I think it took almost 2 hours, which is unusual for a pro set. And when we did that, that really let the wind out of their sails. And then, I think after that, I believe Elisa won 0-0, and I believe Jabri won 1-0. And actually, we almost finished every singles match at that point. Just about every match was up a set, and either 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. So after that, we. Like I said, let the wind out of ourselves. But that doubles was pretty epic. And then I guess you're going to ask me about the UT Dallas match.
We'll skip that question. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, so just kind of talk about that as best you can.
Yeah, I know. It seems like Groundhog Day. Here we are trying to get ready for another conference tournament with the men. We just finished the women, but. Yeah, that was quite a battle. We won number 2 doubles pretty handily with a brand new doubles team. We switched all 3 girls doubles teams going into the conference match. We felt like we had to do something. We lost all 3 girls doubles last time we played UT Dallas, and we won number 2 girls doubles. Number 1 was quite close. We actually had perhaps maybe played an out ball that would have put us up 4-3 at number 1 girls doubles and just couldn't quite get back into it. I think we ended up losing 8-4, 8-5. Certainly a winnable match at 1 girls doubles. And then as luck would have it, number 3, it came down to number 3 girls doubles again. We had a real long match at number 3 girls doubles. I forget what the score was. Thomas has got my score sheets over there. I think it came down to 8-5, was it, at number 3 girls doubles? 8-4 at number 3 girls doubles, but it just went back and forth. We actually had a game, we were up 45, that would have made it 3-all, and instead we went down at 4-2 in that game. It was just real hard to recover from that, so we were down 2-1. Jabri got overruled on a set point. She celebrated doing one of these, let's go, and the girl got the ball back. Well, by rule, that's a point penalty, so instead of winning the set, we lost the point. Ended up losing that set, and Jabri was climbing back, was up in the second set. Ashley had won the first set, and it was just a dogfight in the second set. Kaylee was winning her match, and so if we could have just had that lead in the doubles, I think we win that match. I think we'd beat UT Tyler, or better yet, if we'd beaten UT Tyler, who we lost to in a very close match over here at 5-4, and had the home courts, and let UT Dallas and UT Tyler perhaps beat up on each other. And if we could have played a tired team in the finals like UT Tyler played UT Dallas, a very tired team in the finals, maybe we'd be sitting here as conference champions, but I don't know. If, ands, and buts, right? Yeah. But a very good year, though. All the same, the team improved a ton and finished strong. So we were right there in the running at the end.
I was gonna say, will I have any lines in this segment? But but I was just gonna say your men's team. Like you said, you're going to be going up to Richardson, Texas for you guys' tournament. So just talk about what you guys have to do to come out with that. You talked about there being a lot of close matches on the women's side. So what do you guys have to do in the event that it goes down to the wire again for the men's team? What are some of the things that you want to see your team execute in order to pull out the win?
Well, I mean, it really comes down to winning the big points, and we're hoping it doesn't come down to close matches. We're hoping that we're good enough, particularly against Mary Hardin Baylor, that we come out there, get the lead in the doubles, jump on them early in the singles, and just not look back. But if it does come down to it, and close matches like that, you got to remember, they're nervous, we're nervous. If you can just get one more ball back, and it may be just scrapping, digging, and just putting the ball back over the net, maybe throwing a lob back up over the net, and throwing it 30 feet, 40 feet up over the net, up over the backhand side, something like that. We know there's going to be elements involved. It's going to be it could be one of these rainy, drizzly days. We could have slick courts. It may be breezy, but just putting one more ball back over the net. But we are hoping that we can get the lead in that one and just not look back. Just keep the pedal to the metal is going to be the game plan against Mary Hardin Baylor.
So last night we had the Toby Awards, and we obviously you picked up a couple of big awards for your squads on both sides. We also know that Katy Perry is not up your alley, to tell you the truth, but you did give it a good effort on your.
Try. I just didn't quite know all the words to it. I just kept saying watermelon, watermelon, watermelon.
But in all seriousness, Coach, I mean, obviously, when you have a couple of your tennis players picking up awards, it seemed like they were one of the top sports that had picked up a fair share of awards. Last night's Toby Awards. Just kind of talk about obviously Jabri, Cody, John Herr. Just guys that, have really contributed to the tennis team, at least for this past season.
Oh, boy, yeah. I mean, we've done quite well in the awards the last few years, and as you know, Cody's graduating, Jabri's graduating, and they've had to overcome a lot of hardships in their lives, and I don't think a lot of people have known that, and just to see them stand up and be such big contributors to the tennis team with everything that they have had to overcome, and Cody being our number one player, and Jabri, playing top 5 for us, and top 2 doubles for us, and to be our team captains, it's just a real tribute to them, and I couldn't be prouder of them, and to represent the tennis team like they have, and to receive those awards like they did, and then we had several others that were nominated last night, so I was very proud of all of them.
And now down to the real question. There were a lot of different attributes to the Toby Awards this past year, but particularly the favorite was the coach's video. So we asked Coach Hood, so what was the best video? We want to know from you, Coach Bramlett. Who had the best lip sync coach's video?
Oh, man, who had the best lip sync? Gosh. And can you vote for yourself?
You could, although I'm not sure.
That was me.
Although I'm not sure how that would go with you.
Oh, how that would go over. Boy, and let's see here. Can I vote for that opening act with the football players?
That's an option.
That was pretty solid. And then it looked like they just jumped out of the video screen, and then all of a sudden they're jumping up. They were up there dancing on the stage. That was pretty awesome. I like that. Either that or Coach Hood throwing the baseballs and looking like Napoleon Dynamite's uncle out there. I could feel his frustration out there as a coach. I got a kick out of that also. That was pretty good.
All right, Coach Bramlett. Best of luck to you and your men's team this weekend. You go down to Richardson. Stick around. Mark and I will have our final thoughts in just a moment.